In this video, we'll be reviewing for your SLO final exam. This is the second review and it focuses on finding perimeter and area using polynomials. Now, anytime you're finding perimeter, you're just adding up all the sides. It's your distance around all the sides of your 2D shape. Area, anytime you have a rectangle, which is going to be our focus, you're doing base times height. So here in this question, they're asking us what is the perimeter. So that means we're going to add all the sides. So here I'm going to add 2x plus 4, x plus 10, 2x, 9 and 3, and x plus 8. From here, you would combine like terms. I actually think it's easier when you're doing the polygons if you're writing them vertically. So we have 2x, 1x, 2x, and another 1x. And if we add those together, we get 6x. And then for the constants, we have 4, 10, 9, 3, and 8. If we add all of those together, we get 34. So that means our final answer would be 6x plus 34. This next example, we're also finding the perimeter. So we're going to add all sides. So I'm going to do it similar to what I did in the other problem. So 13 minus 2x. We're going to add that to 3x, to 4x, and to x plus 7. And now I'm going to combine like terms. So if I start with my x's, I have negative 2x, 3x, 4x, and a 1x. I'm going to add those together. I'm going to do this going backwards because I like the negative 2. It's like a minus 2. So 1 plus 4 is 5, plus 3 is 8, minus 2 would be 6x. Then I'm going to do my constants. So I have 13 and 7. You add those together, you get 20. So here our answer would be 6x plus 20. And again, we're combining like terms. This next problem wants the area. When you're doing area of a rectangle, you're doing base times height. So this could be my base, and this could be my height. So I'm going to do 7a squared b times 2ab. And this now becomes a law of exponents problem. Remember, when you multiply, you add exponents. So I have 7 times 2, which is equal to 14. So there's going to be a 14 in our answer. Then a squared times a. Here I'm going to put an imaginary 1. You add exponents, so it's going to be a cubed. And then b times b. If you add those exponents, you get b squared. Here, this is the same figure as before. They still want to know the area, but this time they gave us values for a and b that we can plug in. There's going to be two ways you can do this problem. One method would be to plug in 2 and 3 right away. So here I'm going to plug in 2 for a and 3 for b. 2 squared is 4. So here I end up getting 84. And then the units were centimeters. So this side is 84 centimeters long. Here, this side would be 12 centimeters long. And then it wants the area. So since area is base times height, we would do 84 centimeters times 12 centimeters. This comes out to 1006 centimeters squared. Area, the units are always square units. Sorry, this should be 1008. Method number 2 would be to use the answer we got in the previous problem. So remember, we knew area was equal to base times height right away. So right away in the other problem, we did 7a squared b times 2ab, and that came out to 14a cubed b squared. This is the same answer from the previous problem. So once you have that answer, then you could plug in for a and b and work it out that way. So here, 2 to the third power is 8. And 3 squared is 9. So then if you multiply all of those, you get 1008. And again, the units were centimeters, but because it's area and you're doing base times height, it becomes centimeters squared. This next problem also wants the area of a rectangle, so we're going to do base times height. Here my base is 2x plus 8, and my height is x. This is really just a distributive property problem. If you want to rewrite it, you can also write it with the x in front and then multiply the 2x plus 8. The point is you're going to end up multiplying x by everything. So x times 2x would be 2x squared, and x times 8 would be 8x. This next problem is the same one from before, but now they're giving me a value for x, or 4 inches, to plug in to find the area. So remember, you can do 2 methods. The first method would be to plug in the 4 to the picture. So here I get 16 inches for this side and 4 inches for this side. And then area is base times height, so I would do 16 inches times 4 inches, which is going to come out to 64 inches squared. The second method would be to use our previous answer. Remember, in the previous problem, we did base times height, which was x times 2x plus 8, and that came out to 2x squared plus 8x. So we used that previous answer. We could have plugged in the 4 then for x, and then worked it out. So here, 4 squared is 16. 2 times 16 is 32, 8 times 4 is 32, and that comes out to 64. And because it's area, the units don't stay inches, they become inches squared. So 2 different ways to do the same problem. This is going to be the second thing that your SLO is going to cover, which is perimeter and area using polygons. Your assignment is to fill out a Google form. The problems are very similar to what we did now. Make sure if you're doing your free response problems, you don't forget to include units in your answers.